Welcome back to the channel. Right, for weeks I have been telling you I was waiting for one specific thing, one signal, one moment where the market stops guessing and starts showing you in black and white that institutions are stepping back in with real money. That signal just fired. We got the confirmation. The Nasdaq surged 2.3% in a single session. The S&P 500 gained 1.6%. The Dow added nearly 700 points, and it is happening on volume. Not a quiet drift, not a short covering bounce, not a Tuesday afternoon when nothing else was going on. That is a follow-through day. And this one signal is what we can see before any past major bull run. And if you have been watching this channel for the last month, you know exactly what that means because I've been explaining the setup for it since the sell-off began. But I also know a lot of people here will be hearing this term for the very first time, and I think it is one of the most valuable concepts in all of trading. So today I'm going to explain what it is, where it comes from, why it works, and exactly what I'm doing about it right now. Okay, let me start from the beginning because this only makes sense if you understand the system it comes from. The follow-through day was developed by William O'Neill. Now here's the founder of Investors Business Daily and the man behind the canceling methodology. Over decades of studying every major market cycle going back to 1880s, he found a pattern that repeated consistently. Every single market advance, every new bull run began the same way. The market would be falling, fear would be everywhere, headlines would be catastrophic, and then quietly, one day, the index would close higher. Nothing dramatic, just a green day after a string of red. That green close is your day one. And you start counting. Now, day one means almost nothing on its own. A single green day in a sell-off is just noise. The market bounces all the time. Most of those bounces fail and roll over into new lows. So you just wait and you count. Day two, day three. The market does not have to go up every day. It just cannot take out the low of day one. If it does, then the count resets and you start over. And then somewhere around day 4 to day 7, you are looking for one specific thing, a big up day. The index closes up at least 1.5 to 1.7% or more on volume that is higher than the previous session. That is the follow-through day. And the reason it matters is not mystical, it is mechanical. When an index rises by nearly 2% on heavy volume, that is not retail buying. Retail does not move the Nasdaq 2.3%. That is institutional money, pension funds, mutual funds, hedge funds committing real capital, and that commitment, visible on the tape, is the closest thing the market gives you to a green light. Now, remember my last video where I told you don't buy the dip? Well, here is the part I want to be very careful about because I do not want anyone hearing green light and running out to buy everything in sight. A follow-through day is not a guarantee, it is a probability shift. O'Neill himself said that roughly 1 in 4 follow-through days will fail. They fire the market rallies for a few days and then it rolls over and makes new lows. During the 2007 to 2009 bear market, there were reportedly around 17 follow-through days and most of them failed. So you do not treat them as certainty. You treat them as permission to start looking carefully, selectively, and with defined risk. That's why we focus on leaders. Think of it this way. For the last month, the traffic light has been red. Every setup, every strong stock, every good-looking chart existed in an environment where 3 out of 4 stocks follow the direction of the general market. And the general market was going down. So the odds were against you regardless of how good the individual name looked. The follow-through day changes the light from red to amber, not green, amber. It means you are now allowed to start testing the water. Put one small position in the best looking names with tight stops and see whether the market confirms what the signal suggested. If the rally holds, if the market builds on this, makes higher lows and distribution days stay low, the light gradually turns green and you add exposure. If the rally fails, if the indexes takes out the low of the follow-through day or distribution days pile up quickly, the light goes back to red and you pull back. The system is not about being right on the first signal, it is about responding appropriately to what the market is showing you and adjusting as the evidence changes. Now, Here is why I think this particular follow-through day is worth paying attention to, and it goes beyond just a technical signal. Think about what has happened over the last month. Memory stocks fell 30 to 50%. The stocks broke major support. A $45 billion hedge fund blew up on leveraged AI positions. Retail sold tech at the fastest pace since the record began. Every single record earnings print got sold. Now that is a genuine washout, not a pullback, not a dip, a proper violent, fear-driven unwind that shook out leveraged players, retail, and weak hands across the entire sector. And washouts are what create the conditions for follow-through days to work, because the selling has been so intense and so thorough that the overhead supply, the trapped buyers who want to sell into any rally, has already sold. Now, the weak hands are gone. They left during the last month, which means the buying that produced this 2.3% day is coming from a different source. It is not people chasing, it is not FOMO, it is institutions looking at the market that has corrected 10 to 15%, at stocks that have fallen 30 to 50%, at fundamentals that never actually broke, and deciding the risk reward has shifted. That is why not all follow-through days are equal. One that fires after a shallow 5% dip in a complacent market is less meaningful than one that fires after a month of genuine pain. This one fired after genuine pain, and I know that a lot of you felt that. So what do I actually do now? This is the practical part. First, I'm looking at my watch list, the list I have been building for a month, the names that held up best during the sell-off, the ones that showed relative strength when everything was being sold, the ones that refused to break to new lows while the index was making them. Because those names, the ones that survive the worst of it, are the ones that move first when the market turns. That is not a theory, that is what the data shows consistently across decades of market cycles. Second, I'm looking for bases, stocks that have pulled back and built a structure, a period of tightening range, fading volume, and a clear pivot point that I can buy against with a defined stop. Not stocks that are still falling, not stocks that bounce 5% off the lows with no structure, stocks that have done the work. Third, and this is the most important one, I am starting small. The follow-through day is permission to test, not permission to load up. I am putting on starter positions with stops that are tight enough that if the rally fails, I lose very little, and wide enough that normal volatility does not shake me out before the trade has a chance to work. That is the whole methodology in 3 sentences. Watch for the signal, buy the best names, size for the risk that the signal might be wrong. Now, let me connect this back to memory because I know that is what many of you are watching. I have said for weeks that the fundamental story for memory never broke. The demand is real. The shortage runs for years. The contracts are structural. 2.3 trillion of cloud backlog is sitting under contract, waiting to be fulfilled. What broke was the tape, the market's willingness to pay for a story. And the tape is now showing the first signs that the willingness might be coming back. Does that mean I'm buying Micron today? Not necessarily. Micron fell 41% and it needs to build a base before it becomes a sound buy. A follow-through day does not mean every stock is automatically actionable. It means the environment right now supports looking for entries rather than sitting in cash. The stocks I'm looking at are the ones with the tightest basis, the strongest relative strength, and the clearest pivots. Some of those may be memory names, some may not. The methodology does not care about the thesis, it cares about the setup. And that honestly is the whole lesson of the last month in one sentence. The thesis was right the entire time, the tape was wrong the entire time, and the only thing that kept me out of trouble was a system that said, wait for the signal and do not act until you get it. The signal just fired. That's why I'm so excited. And here is what happens next and how I will handle it. If this rally holds and builds higher lows, expanding breadth, distribution days staying low, I will increase exposure gradually. Small positions become larger, new setups get taken, the watch list becomes a portfolio. If this rally fails, if the Nasdaq takes out the low of the follow-through day, or if we get 3 or 4 distribution days in quick succession, I pull back immediately, small losses, capital preserved, ready for the next signal. That is the system. It is not exciting, it does not make for dramatic thumbnails, but it has kept me solvent through the worst month this market has had all year, while other people were holding positions they knew were wrong because they did not have a framework that told them when to act and when to wait. I will be going through every setup, the names, the levels, the entries on a daily call this week in my community. This is the week where the watch list starts becoming real. We've already started a few positions. They're doing amazing. There is a free week on the link below. And if there was ever a time to sit in on those calls, it is right now. And my question for you is this. The signal is fired. We got the confirmation. What is the first stock on your list and why? Not a guess, not a ticker someone told you about. What name did you watch hold up through the last month that you were genuinely ready to act on now? Drop it below. I want to see what you have been building. So consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, hit that bell, and I will see you on the daily. Mr. M out.